What is going on, everybody? Is your boy Suxy back out with another video, and today we're doing my February 2026 monthly check. And for those who are new to the channel or new to my monthly check in general, it is where we rank every single new release film and film that I've never watched, films that I've never watched before that many other people have watched before, and rank them from the worst to the best. After that, we followed up with my overhaul, which is the new stuff that I got this month, and then we followed up usually with a new picture that I drew that I put on the ceiling you see above me, which unfortunately yet again I wasn't able to. February was a very busy month for me because for those who do not know, I officially signed up for a wrestling class, and we were kind of like going back and forth. Do I want to do it? Do I not want to do it? I ended up deciding to do it. But before we get into actual beginning of the video itself, guys, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel, because number one, it's absolutely free, and number two, also maybe help with the YouTube algorithm, and I recommend the video to more people, maybe they could join that toxic fan. And do feel free to comment your monthly checks down below. But with that being said, guys, let's get into But anyways, let's just go to our actual ranking first, shall we? Last place, without a shadow of a doubt for me, is Joe's College Road Trip. This was my introduction to the Madea franchise, if you will. And, yeah, not a very good first impression, because this movie was my second ever half-star review on Letterboxd. And as of right now, is my worst movie of the year. And if we get any more movies like this year, oh, help us. 14 relationship goals, a straight to Amazon Prime romance movie that is completely and utterly generic, with nothing stand out about it. And I wouldn't be surprised by the end of this year if I completely forgot about this, because I completely forgot about it when I was doing this ranking. 13, The Strangers Chapter 3. Where the last two movies made the surviving characters look dumb, this one made the strangers look dumb. I'm just glad that this trilogy is finally over. Yippee! 12, Scream 7. I didn't think this movie was bad like a whole lot of other people, but I just thought it was okay. I liked the kills. Neve Campbell still does great as Sidney Prescott. However, this was my least favorite Scream movie, and it falls apart with the Ghostface reveals. 11th place, Kissing is the Easy Part, which is a 2B romance movie that's generic, but it's more watchable than Scream 7 is. And it is better than the majority of 2B movies I've seen so far. I'll give it that. 10, Dracula. Originally, I thought this was going to be bad because people got to see it early in the UK, and all the early reviews were not so great for it. And I thought it was fine. Caleb Landry Jones did good in the role, and this one's much more of a tragic take on the Dracula character. However, is it one of the best Dracula interpretations out there? No, far from it. 9, Love Me, which is an Amazon Prime romance movie. It was decent for what it was, even though I do kind of question the main relationship. 8, Crime 101. Solid little thriller with a great performance by Chris Hemsworth. 7th place, I have The Strangers Pray at Night, which aside from Strangers Chapter 3, this was the only first-time watch of the Strangers franchise for me, and it actually turned out to be my favorite of the franchise. Still having a lot of flaws like stupid character decisions, but I still enjoyed the 80s throwback slasher aesthetic to it. The soundtrack's great, and overall, if I revisit this franchise, this is the one that I would look forward to revisiting the most. 6, How to Make a Killing, a surprisingly fun dark comedy. 5, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. This was a blast until the final act of the film, but still really entertaining. 4th place, Even If This Love Disappears Tonight, which is a Korean romance movie, I believe, and I originally watched it because it dropped on Amazon Prime last month, thinking it was actually a 2026 movie, even though it was a late 2025 movie, and I'm glad I still ended up watching it because I thought this was a really good romance. The dynamic between the two characters was really solid, and it was really well done. 3rd place on the opposite spectrum, Wuthering Heights. There's some great directing at play, acting, visuals, you name it. What stops it from getting to my number one, though, is I do think that the characters are very unlikable in here. 2nd place, I have GOAT. Sony Animation's hot streak continues with the 2 Spider-Verse movies, K-Pop Demon Hunters, and this now, with some great animation, fun voice cast. Overall, I thought this was a really good time for the whole entire family to go see. But number one for me, I have Hoppers. The trailer seems fun enough, but I was disappointed so much by Elio from last year, even though I still overall liked the movie. movie that I did walk into this one skeptical. And when I originally first saw it, I thought it was really good. But now that time sat with it, I actually thought it was a great Pixar film. The animation was really good. The way it commentates over the environment and how important it is for the animals to have their habitat, I thought was really well done. And it had a lot of darkly comedic bits for a kids movie that had both adults and children alike laughing at it. So that's even more of a plus. Alright, now since the ranking's done, let's go into my overhaul, which is the new stuff that I got this month. We have 2 new things here that aren't actually mine, but are in the family cabinet. And it's technically 3 things, but I couldn't find the 3rd thing. But it was the Tears for Fear DVD. That I was looking for but couldn't find tonight, so that's unfortunate. So I'm not able to show it to you here, to you guys here. But I am able to show you guys this. Since Robert De Niro, Robert Duvall passed away this last month, my mom and dad ordered some movies that were had Robert Duvall in it, and it was this dual pack. It has The Apostle, At Play in the Fields of the Lord, which I have not seen either of them. But the second one has a pretty star-studded cast. It has John Lithgow, and Kathy Bates in there too. So, yeah, I'm intrigued to check both of those out. And then I also have, they also got the Mr. Smith Goes to Washington Blu-ray, which I have not seen. I've seen a couple of James Stewart's films, but I've not seen this one. So, yeah. Now to the stuff that I actually got this month. Let's start off with the stuff that's non-physical media first. So the first thing first. Since I was able to see Scream 7 in theaters, I got this poster for the movie, even though I was disappointed by that film. Even though I didn't think it was bad, I just thought it was okay. So there's a clear look at the poster right there. Another, movie souvenir that I got, because I saw that movie in theaters, was Goat, because I saw it in early access screening. You got this cool little pouch or whatever that represents the team in the movie called the Thorns. Then you also have some extra stuff in here as well. Why don't I show that off? You got this little, not the card, but you got this little, why am I blanking out right now? The soap, sponge. It's a sponge, to wash stuff with. So there's that. It also comes with this elbow sleeve too that you can put on. Hold on. Is there anything else? No, that's it. So pretty cool little utensil baggage right there for people that got to see the movie early. As I mentioned before, I'm officially starting to train for wrestling, and these just recently came in. So I have some knee pads and elbow pads that for the landings, which I'm sure those are gonna suck. Taking the bumps and stuff at first, but maybe I'll get used to it. Who knows? And then I also got these cool little shoes to wrestle in. These green shoes here. I don't know. My mom was saying, you're gonna need like a new pair of shoes. So, and then I was gonna okay, I guess I'll go with those because they're very flashy. So green and stuff. So I went with those. Then, before we go on to the physical media, I have something that one of the physical media came with, and that, of course, is the back of the thing is starting to fall off, but it's the Five Nights at Freddy's 4K Steelbook right there that I was able to get. There were a very few of these. And it comes with a poster, and it came in a pizza box that only a rare few people were able to get their hands on, which I'll show you here, hold on. Which I was able to get a certificate right there of authenticity. That I was one of the few that was able to get this, so that's kind of cool. Also comes with a magnet too, that you can stick the poster onto, stuff. So yeah, and then we'll put this back in there and close it up like so. Good stuff. And then onto the other physical media. So as I mentioned before, Five Nights at Freddy's 4K Steelbook right there. Let's bring out the other stuff, shall we? Oh, hat just fell. I'll fix that later. So for the wrestling Blu-ray that I got this month, I got the WrestleMania 28 on Blu-ray. I've been actually searching for this for a little bit, because I'm starting to run out of like Blu-rays to find, because the majority of them are in other countries that won't play on most of my Blu-ray players, so they've been harder to find, but I was finally able to find a Blu-ray that was used that can actually play on my Blu-ray player of WrestleMania 28, which I think is quite an underrated WrestleMania, because you have John Cena versus The Rock once in a lifetime, then you also have Triple H and Undertaker in that great Hell in a Cell match, but then you also have Chris Jericho versus CM Punk for the WWE title too, that I think is the most underrated match on the show. And then Cody Rhodes versus Big Show as well for the IC title. Told a decent enough story. So, yeah, got WrestleMania 28 on Blu-ray. Speaking of Blu-rays, we also got Kindred on Blu-ray. I think that's how you pronounce that. I just saw it. It was like $3, $4 or something like that. I said, okay, what the heck? Because it was a movie that came out last year that I missed out on, and it's actually a Tubi movie too. So I said to myself, okay, I'll get it. And most likely, since it's a Tubi movie, it'll be better than like, for example, Lone Wolf or whatever that was called that I watched a few months ago that was $2 or something. That movie was horrible. So I'm sure that this is going to be better than that, but I don't know if it's going to be that much better than that, since it is a pretty cheap Blu-ray, even though it is a Tubi movie. So I don't know. We'll see. Got The Last Samurai on Blu-ray. This is actually an upgrade because I did have the DVD of this originally and gave that one to my dad and got the Blu-ray instead. Still have not seen this, but I'm a Tom Cruise fan. Most of the movies I watch of his I really enjoy. And this is actually a remake too, so I'm very excited to check that out whenever I do. Now onto the Steelbooks. We have the Chucky Complete Blu-ray Series Steelbook, which I've watched season 1, and I thought that season was actually fantastic. And I don't know, maybe my favorite Chucky stuff that we've gotten. I don't know. I have to sort of let that sit down. Probably it's right behind Child's Play 2 and Bride of Chucky, somewhere around that range. But then I started watching season 2, and it's incorporated a lot of stuff that I did not like from Seed of Chucky, so I kind of stopped watching it from there, and haven't watched season 3, even though I know the ending of the show. So, yep, Chucky, the Complete Blu-ray Series, Steelbook. Oh my gosh, I almost just dropped that. But it looks really cool, and I think the only thing I'm missing that is Chucky related is the remake, which the remake I actually really like. So, yep. And then 4K Steelbooks, we have 28 years later on 4K Steelbook. This was very divisive, but I actually was one of the people that ended up loving this, and even before I saw 20 years later The Bone Temple, I loved this. So, and 20 years later The Bone Temple made me like this even more. So, but yeah, I did 28 years later a lot. And with the Chucky Complete Series Blu-ray Steelbook, I was able to get this with it because it was like a buy two get one 50% off deal of one of those, and it was the Master Commander 4K Steelbook, which is a movie that's been in my family's collection for a while, but I have never watched it. So, got the upgraded 4K Steelbook instead of the DVD to watch it, see what I think of it. So, yep. And then probably my pick of the month, because I've been trying so hard to finally get this, and that is the Transformers 1 4K Steelbook, which is really cool because I have every single Transformers movie now on 4K Steelbook, which that's a cool feat for the whole entire franchise. Like, I got the 1980s animated movie. I have all the Michael Bay movies. I have Bumblebee, Transformers, and Transformers Rise of the Beast, and now this. So I complete the collection. And the story with this one is I actually originally saw it was like down to $20 or something like that in November of 2024, I believe. And I was going like, oh, I want to get that because I saw it was very down in price, and it sold out because it was at a very good price, which made me super sad, going like, man, no. And then the months after that, it got more expensive and more expensive until it wasn't there anymore, where you would have to buy a used one from someone that already bought the movie, which that would have been annoying because that would be even more expensive too. So then I saw it officially came back into on Amazon, and I immediately ordered it. So there's the front, and then the back especially looks absolutely fantastic. I love that part right there. And then the inside looks cool too. It's from that scene where Bumblebee and them are running. So yeah, this is my favorite piece of physical media that I got last month. But, ladies and gentlemen, as I said before, I do not have a new drawing on the ceiling, unfortunately. But I will try. I don't know for sure. I'll try to get one done this month in March. So stay tuned for that. And with that being said, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned in for the next monthly check whenever I drop that one. And I'll see y'all next one, everybody. Peace out.